This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I am your host, Marshall Green. The New York Giants have officially released their first injury report for their NFL Week 1 matchup against the Washington Commanders. And we got some clarity on Theo Johnson and Andrew Thomas, as well as Malik Nabers. On the end of today's show, we're going to break down the starting offensive line for Washington, as they're going to be playing a rookie at right tackle. Let's start, though, with our tackle, Andrew Thomas. He was the only player listed on the Giants injury report. So that's good news. It's also good news that he was limited at practice today. The Giants were back in pads, and Thomas was out there in a limited fashion as he is still dealing with that foot injury, trying to rehab and get back 100%. Following that Liz Frank injury that he had, I think it was week 5 of last year. Solid progression is what we're looking for Andrew Thomas at this point. Is he going to play? I don't know. We're going to read you some thoughts from some Giants insiders. But Brian Dable says each day he is improving. And with him going out there and being limited today, that means Thursday is going to be a big day for him. How is his body going to respond from working in an individual setting when it comes to individual drills that he did today at practice? Jordan Renan of ESPN saying it is still a realistic possibility that Andrew Thomas plays week 1. So that's encouraging. That's good news. And best case scenario, he does play week 1. But even if he doesn't, I think it is promising that he was back at practice in a limited fashion, which tells me even if he misses week 1, he's going to be back on the football field protecting the blind side of the Giants quarterback sooner rather than later. Pat Leonard, a little bit more pessimistic on the Thomas injury front, saying Giants left tackle Andrew Thomas was limited today. He is the only player on the Giants' first injury report of the season. I think expecting Thomas to play in this game will be a little ambitious, but we will see. Dan Duggan, who covers the Giants for The Athletic, says, we got a very brief viewing window at the start of practice. Theo Johnson appeared to be doing everything during that window. It was harder to get a read on whether Andrew Thomas was just rotating or being limited, but he was at least participating in individual drills to some extent. Tomorrow's the day. I think we're going to get the final answer on if he is going to play by the way he is used in practice. If he is limited again, I think that means that there is a chance if they have to cut back on his workload due to his body and feet and lower half being sore due to the workload today. Maybe they have to load manage him and him not practice tomorrow. That might tell us everything we need to know when it comes to his game one, week 1 status. Hopefully he plays. This Giants team is much better when he plays. And no disrespect to James Hudson, the Giants swing tackle that they brought over in free agency from the Cleveland Browns. He's just not Andrew Thomas. There's just not a lot of people walking this earth that play tackle in the NFL that is Andrew Thomas. When healthy, I believe he's one of the best in the business. And even when he's not healthy and playing, he's still a very good player. Look, injuries suck. Hasn't been able to stay healthy. I don't think he is an injury-prone player. I think there has just been some unfortunate bounces that have gone his way. But I do think we are trending in the right direction. Even if he does miss week 1, I think he could be out there for week 2 against the Dallas Cowboys. If you want to see him out there week 1 against the NFC's rival, the Washington Commanders, hit that thumbs up icon. We need all of our good players playing football against Washington. Thomas may be the most important Giant on this roster. I want to see him out there. If you're with me, hit that thumbs up icon. Theo Johnson, an injury that we have been dissecting on this channel going on 2+ weeks, as he had not been at practice prior to today, dating back all the way to the week 2 preseason game against the New York Jets. Not on the injury report today. He was a full participant at practice, which tells me he is going to play week 1, and he is ready to do so. And that's awesome news, right? Like, this is a guy that when you talk to people inside the building, a 1925 Giants drive, they are high on Theo Johnson's stock this year. Every single person talks about how he is the guy that's going to take a leap, that he has the ability to be a part of an explosive passing game and offense. And after a rookie season that had some highs and was cut short due to injury, I can understand that. But this is a guy that they drafted on day 2 of the NFL draft, or day 3 of the NFL draft, excuse me. It was round 4, I believe. And they think he's going to be an impact player. Hopefully so. it would be ideal if he is the franchise's tight end of the future. I wonder if it will be a 100% workload for him in week one. Will we see Daniel Bellinger on the field at times when Theo Johnson is not? Will we get 2 tight end sets with Bellinger and Manhurts? Will Thomas Fidone get any reps? I think with the Giants releasing Greg Dulcich, it kind of told us that Johnson was going to be okay. And here he is, ready to go week one. Awesome news. Even better news, Malik Nabers not on the injury report. He's been dealing with a handful of injuries, a foot injury, a shoulder injury, a back injury. But he is going to be ready to rock and roll come week one. That's what you need. Hopefully you can get Thomas out there and you have this offense at full strength. And hopefully they could take advantage of a questionable and, in my opinion, old defense in Washington. We'll talk more about this game coming up in a second. But with the NFL season back here on the channel, I want to welcome back the HOF app where you can make smarter bets. And we got an awesome deal for you. A 7-day free trial plus 50% off the first month when you use the promo code CHAT. You can use the HOF app to help you bet smarter for the Giants and their season win total. Have you ever been one leg away from hitting a massive parlay, but it got ruined by an unlucky buzzer beater, maybe an unexpected strikeout, or even a blocked field goal? We've all been there. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of throwing money at parlays that I have a good gut feeling about. That's where the HOF app has completely changed the game. The HOF app was founded by huge sports fans who just happened to be giant data nerds that graduated from Ivy League schools. The HOF app is going to give you a leg up on Vegas by using historical data, matchup grades, trends, and player performance insight. I've won multiple parlays recently, including one that had the TCU Horned Frogs beating Bill Belichick and the UNC Tar Heels. With a 4.9 rating in the App Store and over 7,000 reviews, it's safe to say the Hall of Fame app has already helped a lot of people bet smarter. And for a limited time only, Giants Now Real Ones not only are going to get a 7-day free trial, but they also get 50% off their first month when they use code CHAT at checkout. So just download the Hall of Fame app on iOS or Android. Enter code CHAT, and you're all set. All of that information will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Shout out to the HOF app for sponsoring today's video. Alrighty, we talked about the Giants injury report. Let's break down the Washington Commanders injury report. People that did not practice today, only one. Veteran tight end Zach Ertz. They are saying it is a veteran rest day. Having a veteran rest day before even week one of the season is a little bit crazy. I expect him to play, but they're being smart with him. People that were limited. Defensive end Dorrance Armstrong, wide receiver Noah Brown, and cornerback Jonathan Jones. And people that were full participants. Kicker Matt Gay and quarterback Marcus Mariota. So not really dealing with any injuries either. The biggest one heading into this game is obviously Andrew Thomas. But the right side of that offensive line for the Washington Commanders is a question mark. They have released that Josh Conerly Jr., the rookie offensive tackle out of Oregon, is going to be the starting right tackle. We did a video where we talked about how it was going to be Andrew Wiley. That is no longer the case, as he is going to be a backup right guard for their football team. He was the 29th overall pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, and Conerly, he's got some experience blocking Abdul Carter. And a lot of people talk about how he performed in that Big Ten championship game was a reason that he went as high as he did in the NFL Draft. He had 35 pass blocking snaps against Penn State, 0 pressures allowed, and a 77.3 pass block grade. You go and watch that tape, him and Abdul Carter were battling. And I would say Conerly probably got the best of Abdul Carter. But Carter found a way to still be effective. In that game, still had 4 pressures, 1 QB hit, 3 QB hurries, and a PFF pass rush grade of 70.4. So not his best game, but still able to make an impact when he went against an All-American level talent at tackle like Josh Conerly. So you look at the offensive line now for Washington, completely different unit. They went out and they added Laramie Tunsil this offseason. I have a lot of friends that are Texans fans. They are happy that Laramie Tunsil is not on their team. Talk to Commanders fans, they are happy that he's on their team. So we'll see how that works. Nick Allegretti is going to be their starting right guard with Andrew Wiley backing him up. Still, no Sam Cosmi, as he is going to miss the first 4 games of the season. That's their best interior offensive lineman, in my opinion, with Brandon Coleman and Tyler Biadasz holding down the center spot and that left guard spot. The key to victory is simple. Number 5, number 51, number 97, and number 0. They dominate the game. They're unblockable. You don't let Laramie Tunsil handle you. You don't let Josh Conerly handle you. And Dexter Lawrence makes life hell for Tyler Biadasz and Allegretti. Like, if the Giants are going to win this game, it's going to be because they win and dominate the defensive line and the line of scrimmage. If they don't, it could be a long afternoon for the New York Giants, because if Jayden Daniels is just in that pocket, able to have time to pick apart this defense, he will do just that. I'll ask you this question before we bounce on out of here. Who do you got? Who is going to win the game and start the season 1-0? Is it Big Blue? Is it Washington? Sound off for me, and make sure you are giving me a follow on social media. I'm posting about the Giants every single day on Twitter as well as on Instagram. So give me a follow, and let's go Big Blue.